I have just returned from Sri Lanka HRD Audit program. We had an excellent program in Sri Lanka. About 28 participants participated in the program. One of them actually is also a co-facilitator, a very senior person who was heading HR in commercial bank, and of course also set up so many things, and he was also president of the IPA earlier. He was translating some of the things that we have done into the local context, particularly the audit systems had to be added with what is locally relevant. One of the subsystems which is very relevant in the Sri Lankan context is the employee relations and industry relations, which becomes a very important subsystem. Another issue that we discussed was in auditing the HRD culture, uh, after-based values were modified. In Sri Lanka, they felt that they would prefer not to use confrontation as a value. Instead of confrontation, people would like a value where being compassionate to each other is very, very important. Maintaining good relationships is very important, and it is the responsibility of the leader to provide security for those who are outspoken and who express their views. Certainly, other values are considered to be equally relevant for the Sri Lankan culture. Another important value which they wanted to add is the ability to manage diversity. Not only manage, include people from different uh, groups, gender diversity, socioeconomic status, and educational background, and so on. So this is something which they wanted very much to be valued by corporations. On the whole, this was an excellent experience. The Sri Lankans were very, very serious. The representation was from a variety of organizations, including government institutions like an institution that has been started for renewable energies, Bank of Ceylon, and so many other organizations which are pretty new and prospering very well. I was so happy to meet some of the council members of IPA. I happened to interact with them in the year 2003. In fact, some of them got a photograph of 2003, 2004, 2005 when I was actually helping them in HR awards. And some of the companies have changed their nature, and they also happen to be participants. The HRD managers of those companies have also got transferred and so on. So this was an excellent kind of a program we had. Nandini joined me on the second day, and then she did a marvelous job of providing all the inputs that were required on HR systems audit, HR strategies audit, HR competencies audit, and HR culture audit and intellectual capital audit and so on. On the whole, it was an excellent experience. The kind of a hard work that the Sri Lankan team has put in sometimes is amazing. I only wish that all those who go through our HRD programs also in this part of the country put in. So this is the fourth of our programs. Earlier we had three in Malaysia, and all the three were very successful, and we had a very similar kind of participation, around 30 participants in each group. So I'm very happy that we are able to develop about by now about 120 certified auditors in these two countries, Malaysia as well as in Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka is taking it very, very seriously. They are going to constitute a group which will develop HRD auditors in course of time, and also make sure with the help of IPA that these auditors are used to improve the HR in many of the organizations and so on. On the whole, it was a great experience. I thought I will report about this particular event. Thank you very much, and I hope you all get inspired to get your own HR audit done.